Good morning. It's Thursday. It's a beautiful morning here. High clouds. Uh, no sign of frost, and the birds have joined me for a unique treat. They had peanut butter toast, their new favorite, uh, and I had some too. I could see why they like it. At any rate, I listened to the tapes of the board meeting from last Tuesday, and there's one agenda item that is really not an agenda item. It's on the consent agenda, but got a little discussion and probably is going to be of some interest to some folks that are interested in the future of that piece of property at the corner of Highway 140 and Triangle Road. There's a large meadow area historically that has been talked about for glamping development. And this project was, in a way, on the agenda for the board. They hired the planning department is proposing to hire a consultant to manage the processing of the permits for the development of the site. A company by the name of J.B. Anderson and Associates. I worked with them up in Waterford, and they're going to be doing the permit review process, preparing the documents, including an environmental impact report for this development. This development has sparked some controversy in our community. Some folks who have some concerns about the impacts of that kind of visitor development in that region. There's issues of traffic. There's some prominent oak trees in that area. And the issue of putting visitors in a camping-like situation in an area that's so fire-prone. And anyway, the project has generated some opposition, and the first mention of the staff shortages in the planning department, the loss of a planner, and Sarah's upcoming retirement as a planning director were cited as reasons why this company is going to be hired by the planning department to process that permit. I know a little bit about how this process worked. I was a hired agent for several projects, large projects, and there's a question that didn't get answered during the discussion. Was there an RFP for this position, for this service, issued by the county? And if not, who brought J.B. Anderson to the county as a potential project manager? Was it the project agents, or did the county go looking for this company? or did they have prior experience with it? None of these questions were asked by the board, and the most prominent question that came up wasn't really a question. It was an endorsement of the project by Supervisor Marshall Long. Of course, Marshall probably won't be on the board when this project comes to the board for action, and it's going to be a big action. There's the permits are all described in some detail with the presentation. It's probably going to be worthwhile for people to listen to this particular board session. And this is very at the very beginning, so you don't have to wade through hours of BS to get to the heart of the matter. Anyway, I highly recommend that you listen to the recordings of this last Tuesday's board meeting and hear where this consent agenda item went. The fact that it generated this much discussion is a clear indication that this is going to have a profound impact on the development environment in Mariposa County. There's a number of issues, I think, that come up here. The question of tax revenue and benefit analysis would be there's going to have to be some changes made in our code, as I understand it, to bring transient occupancy taxes and make it applicable to campsites. And glamping is a campsite type of operation. This is a tourist business, but it's not inside of a hotel or a motel. These are improved campsites. And if we're going to make campsites subject to TOT, which would make it a more desirable project for the county's mo money attitudes, well, that means that campsite regulations are going to have to be modified to make them eligible to pay transient occupancy tax, and just to how they approach this whole issue of generating revenue. Are they going to extend transient occupancy tax to other kinds of camping, or just the glamping kinds of facilities? And there's no question that the county has a profit motive here. Anyway, moving forward. Pay attention, folks. We have some interesting processes going on, and the developer may have a big hand in the pocket of the reviewers with respect to how these reviewers got into the county fold and how they perceive their jobs. Moving forward, it's a beautiful day, and we're working our way towards a beautiful weekend. talking to you soon. You have a good day. Bye bye.